My name is Oyindamola Odunuga, and you're welcome to another wonderful episode of Decoutore. Decoutore is a fashion and lifestyle program. We take you through fashion designing to makeup artistry to bead making and anything that has to do with fashion. Today is a really special episode because we're in one of the biggest markets in Nigeria, Oshodi. We're here to interview LA Casual. He's a fashion designer. He does both female and male fashion wears. You don't want to miss it. Please join us after the break.
My name is Taiwo Latif. I'm a native of Ogun State. And I started my primary education at Oshodi, both secondary, before I proceeded to fashion line. So far so good. I'm married to a beautiful wife with a kid. So the journey has been so good, and I work here in Lagos also. My shop is at Oshodi, Brown Street, number 7. I'm a fashion designer. Actually, LA Casual is part of my name. Let me call it an abbreviation of my name, so it becomes my nickname, because Latif, people usually call me LA. You know, whatever people want to introduce somebody to me, like, go and give the cloth to LA, he will surely give you the best. You know, from that, so I began to grab and think of, if I want to come about my brand, what can I use that will be more, because the name is on trend already. So that is what brought about LA Casual. That's a good question. Actually, during my time, the question, let me give a praise to my mom, because initially I'm not intended to be in a fashion line, but it was my mom, simply because I'm a kind of person that was fashion sensitive then. My mom usually persuaded me, you can go into fashion, because then I'm working as a casual worker then. You can go into fashion, you can do this, you can do that. You know, it takes me time but so far so good. She was even the one that went all the way to search a place for me. You can start from here because I know you are a shy type. Before, just to consider, because I love my mom and I would like to give her what she wants. So I said, Mommy, okay, since you insisted, let me just start. Fortunately for me, I'm grabbing. So it now become what I'm really impressed in. So I'm doing it. It's really part and parcel of me now. So that's the journey so far. Let me say 10 years now. Actually, we have a lot of challenges in terms of situation of Nigeria. When you look at the electricity aspect of it, a situation whereby you have a program to work on a particular plot for maybe I'm trying to do this under 2 hours, and you need to make use of light, and on the way the PHN, they can interrupt the light, they can do this and that, and you face a lot of challenges based on that. And aside that, on the side of the customer also, and to that is a few about me, because I always try to keep up to date, whichever date was given by customer for me to meet up. So I usually keep up to date. Actually, that is why I have my gen there. And actually, I don't have a big gen yet in terms of ironing, but the voltage, the watt of the gen I'm using is so low, so I can't be able to use an electrical iron with it. So in terms of doing the ironing after sewing is very easy for me, but to do the ironing whereby I don't have the normal PHN light, I make use of the charcoal iron or stove iron, or sometimes I do go to some colleagues to do the ironing, depending on, and sometimes I do work overnight. That is already part and parcel of me, because I usually work according to the schedule of the lights. Here where I'm working, they schedule our lights 1 day on, 1 day off. So I've already planned myself ahead of it. If I have any work to do, this is how I program it. I must have known I'm going to work over, I'm going to come earlier, I'm going to do it. So by so doing, I think I've not been getting any kind of problem from my clients. First, as a fashion designer, before you can prove yourself to be a professional fashion designer, you must be competent, you must be bold enough to handle any kind of style. At least most of the style we're having on the catalog here might probably be developed by another designer. So a customer can pick one, develop this for me. So it is in your own aspect of professionalism, you have to do that. So you have to do that. You shouldn't be scared of developing any kind of design, depending on the design you're actually going to do. So if I'm asked to do this and I'm not the one that created it initially, so I should have in mind that this is how they do the cutting. You should try to understand the primary aspect of it. By so doing, you should know the cutting line of it before developing it into sewing, and you have to be perfect in sewing and doing everything neatly. So as a fashion designer, you have to be bold enough in terms of any design. Even if you are not familiar with it, you should be able to beat your chest, I can do this. At the end of the day, you will think about something similar. Actually, we are in the global life. So I have my phone, I watch on so many entertainment program on TV. So that is why one thing about me, let me speak about myself. I have my phone, so there's some kind of page I usually follow up on my phone that makes me to search for some kind of folk design, any kind of design that is in trend. So I try to develop it by looking at it from the beginning, in case if any of my clients pick it, so I can be able to make it easily. And secondly is that whenever I'm invited to any party, that is why I like going to big parties. So that has always been my challenges. I usually watch and look at what people wear also, like, because you can't be perfect, you can't be good all the way, you still have to lag behind in some area, but nevertheless you are still a boss in your own side. So whenever I went to party, I usually look at what people wear. This is latest. From seeing the design, you will know. If you are a competent designer, you will know this is part of the latest design in town. So you can be able to grab it, then you follow up with the new trend. By God grace, so I see it in higher place because I don't relent. I keep on moving. So I keep on working now. Let's assume we want to cut out a shirt now. This is a fabric, the whole fabric. Have you? You fold it this way. Like, shirt looks like something like this.
Okay.
Something you are putting on this way. So you fold it to about 1.5 inch. Simply because we are making use of pieces. So it won't be up to 1.5 here. So let me cut a shirt of my size. Let's assume this is the neck. Measure 2.5. This is the neck aspect of it. This is the length. This is the length. If you want it to be a coffee tail, this is how we make it. Depending on the shape you want. That is when you put on a shirt, the front side of it here. This is the armhole. This is the armhole. I have to measure it, but simply because we're making use of pieces, so this is it. This is the front side of it. I don't have to roll it all around. I'm just doing this because of the since we're using. So this is the armhole. This is the armhole of it. This is the front. This is the bottom part. This is how it will look like. After sewing it, you sew this down. This is the front as well. This is the bottom part. to cut the back.
It's cheesy, magic fingers.
Never waste your time, never let you go. Top down, back to back, you the best I know. Oh yeah, you dey blow my mind, blow my mind, blow my mind. For your love, I go change my life, change my life, change my life. Yeah, but come here to your dance, make us spend ego. Dirty wine for me, I say so. So many nights I dey wait for my time to get you all alone for one night. You do me something no lie, I go mad for your type. I want to do you whatever you want, freaky freaky for you. Show me what you're into, girl. You just dey blow my mind, blow my mind. Your body blow my mind, blow my mind. Girl, you just dey blow my mind, blow my mind. Your body dey blow my mind, blow my mind. We go rendezvous, make we rendezvous. We go rendezvous, make we rendezvous.
When I drink from your water, give me a cup. I ain't just wanna sip, I'm tryna steal your love. I'm guilty of it. I don't give a shit about who telling all our business when I'm killing it, when I'm feeling it, kissing it and turning to an animal. Yeah, girl, I fuck with a attitude. Angry and you're dangerous. It don't matter, no. Cause your body controlling me. It don't matter now. And I know you see the same vision. Nobody gon' change how we live. Nobody gon' change how I feel about you. I want to